The JP Morgan Equity Premium Income ETF, known as JEPI, pays one of the highest yields across any of the ETFs I've came across. And not only does JEPI pay a very high yield, but it also has more to offer. Now, JEPI is an exchange-traded fund that seeks to provide income and capital appreciation by investing in a diversified portfolio of equity securities, primarily U.S. large-cap stocks, as well as JEPI sells covered call options on those holdings. In simple terms, JEPI ETF invests in a basket of stocks that are selected and based on certain criteria, such as market capitalization, liquidity, and financial performance. The fund manager then sells call options on a portion of these stocks, which generates income for the fund in the form of premiums paid by the buyers of these options. In this video, we're going to break down the exact math and how I could actually retire completely off of the JEPI shares that I already currently own. So this right here is one of my dividend stock portfolios. I do own multiple different dividend stock portfolios across different brokerages, but this is one of my largest ones. In this portfolio alone, I have 668 shares of JEPI. Throughout all of my portfolios altogether, I currently own around more or less $75,000 worth of the JP Morgan Equity Income ETF. Now, over the years, I've accumulated a lot of JEPI shares in order to balance out my portfolio. Throughout all of my portfolios altogether, I do own a lot of more growth-oriented investment vehicles, so owning some JEPI, some Q-yield, some of the income-oriented stuff sort of balances out the portfolio and does generate a lot of income on a monthly basis for me. Now, right here is a dividend calculator with a starting balance of $75,000 because that's more or less how much JEPI I currently own. The annual dividend yield for JEPI does move around quite a bit, but right now it's around 11.4, 11.5%. As far as the expected annual dividend increase, I put 0 because I don't really expect JEPI to raise their dividend all that much from here. I think the 10 to 14% is probably where we're going to see JEPI, at least for the short term. The dividend payment frequency is monthly, and these JEPI shares are going to be reinvested to buy more JEPI shares. So that should speed up the process over the next 30 years. So I'm currently 30 years old right now, so I put 30 years invested just to see what things will look like in the next 30 years. So as we can see right here, these are the numbers that the dividend calculator spit out. By year number 2, I'm already up to $10,000 in annual dividends. Year number 5, $14,100 in annual dividends. If we skip down a little bit to year number 10, $25,000 a year from JEPI with around a $200,000 plus principal as far as the amount of shares go worth of JEPI. By year number 15, we're almost at $370,000 and $44,000 in dividends from JEPI. By year number 20, $77,000 per year in dividends paid. And by year number 24, if I don't buy another single share of JEPI, I just reinvest the dividends that it pays me every month and buy more shares of JEPI with that, I would be over $1 million with over $120,000 of annual dividends paid to me. By year number 30, if we skip all the way down here, we would be at $2 million of principal with almost $250,000 paid in annual dividends just from JEPI alone. Now, the power of compounding interest is a very real thing. If you have a solid investment and let time do its thing, and reinvest the proceeds of that investment into more of that investment, the dividend snowball is going to grow bigger and bigger over time. What's cool about this is that you don't need to have a massive amount of money to start with. For example, let's say you have $10,000 and you want to invest in something that pays around a 5% annual interest rate. Now compound it. After 1 year, you would earn $500 in interest, bringing your total balance to $10,500. In the second year, you would earn the interest not only on the $10,000, but now on the extra $500, which means at the end of year 2, your balance would now be $11,025. So you can see just after a year or two that the power of compounding interest already takes control. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos like this, make sure to please drop a like in the video and subscribe for more. Thanks as always, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.